With us now to take us through the newspapers once again, the anthropologist Mariana Hotter and the former editor of the Daily Star, Dawn Neeson. Welcome back to you. Let's start with the Mail front page. And Dawn, you've had a look at this story, talking about the Royals recruiting a legal firm. This is to help, presumably, with their domestic affairs, the rows that we've seen.
Indeed, Gillian. This is the ongoing fallout from Oprah Winfrey's interview with Meghan and Harry, which most people saw last week, and some shocking allegations revealed in that. However, this is also now about the bullying allegations that have recently been made about Meghan by members of staff, which Buckingham Palace have now announced they are bringing in an external independent legal firm to carry out an investigation into these allegations. The Duchess of Sussex, it has to be said, has also got her people to request to see sight of the allegations, the emails, the letters, the complaints against her. So it does sound like this is not going away anytime soon. And, you know, your heart goes out to the Queen, who, you know, with her husband in hospital and she's 94, with everything else going on. This is the last thing she needs. However, like any complaint of bullying, it has to be properly investigated now. So, you know, it's a good thing.
Does your heart not go out to Meghan, who's had these claims made against her, and she's pregnant at the moment? Do you not feel any sympathy towards her?
Absolutely. This is not good on either side, Gillian. It's an incredibly stressful situation. It just seems to be getting worse on a daily basis now. You know, you feel for everybody involved, but these claims have to be investigated. And, you know, in a way, the fact that an independent legal firm has been brought in to carry it out, hopefully we'll see some closure on this awful, basically a family mess, isn't it? There might be the royal family, but it's still family. It's a family that really are being ripped apart by this.
Yeah, no, ugly, however you look at it. To the Times, Marianne, and the voluntary services overseas are cutting their work with the UK. Tell us about this story.
Yeah, that's right. So the Voluntary Services Overseas, the VSO, is a charity that's been around for 50 odd years. And often they help people from underrepresented or deprived backgrounds have an experience of being effectively a kind of a world citizen or an international citizen. And through that, effectively are promoting the values and the principles that we uphold in the UK, in British life, and genuinely helping people in countries where they've got, you know, development goals. So their budget is about £42 million, and up until this year, they've relied on about half of that coming from the what is now the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, so the FCDO. And the FCDO have now said, well, foreign aid budget is being cut. We need to look after our own first. So we're not going to spend as much money on international development, on foreign aid. So they've basically said that we can't guarantee funding to the VSO after the 31st of March. And so the VSO have said, basically, we're now facing a cliff edge. We can't operate with half of our budget. So they'd wind down UK operations. They'd withdraw from like 14 countries. They'd have to make 200 people redundant. And I just think this is an absolute travesty. We can't allow, really, the government to sort of say, oh, well, you know, we've got a pandemic to sort out, because organisations like the VSO are built on experience and authority and trust that they've built up with their partner organisations in countries around the world.
And they do such wonderful work. I remember being taught by a VSO teacher how to swim out in the Caribbean, of all places. Great organisation, great charity. Let's have a look at this story in the Times. Dawn, you've had a look at this. Database, dangerous men on a database. I haven't got the exact article here. Fill us in.
Right, OK, with this, as you say, Gillian, in the Times, the ministers are considering plans for a national register to create a super database that would log details of the estimated 50,000 men convicted annually of offences including harassment, coercive control and stalking against women. And this has to be a good thing, surely. At the moment, we need to move on from this appalling murder of Sarah Everard. And if we can do anything positive to encourage women to come forward to report crimes, assault, sexual assault, even domestic violence against men, it has to, because women at the moment are so wary of coming forward because they feel they're not being listened to by the authorities. And if there is a database, surely any woman's going to think, right, okay, well, I can get this person registered, so it might protect other women from being attacked and assaulted by them. It's actually been modelled on the Sex Offenders Register, which is established in 1997, and that holds information about those cautioned, convicted and released from prison for sexual offences against children. And it's under a full disclosure scheme, Sarah's Law, remember our Sarah Payne, the 8-year-old murder victim. You can go there and you can find out if somebody has been convicted of these crimes. And I think, why shouldn't we have a database of men who have assaulted and attacked women? It surely makes sense.
It does sound like common sense. Very quickly, Marianne, tell us about green chocolate eggs in time for Easter. They sound yummy.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of brands have responded to increased consumer demand around basically using less single-use plastic. So, you used to get Easter eggs in massive boxes with all sorts of crappy plastic toys and plastic packaging and casing and stuff. They're basically...
But now they're green in that, not actually the colour green, but they're environmentally friendly. Thank you both for taking us through the papers, Dawn and Marianne. Good to see you.
Thank you.